In this lesson, I'm going to be talking about the strategy I go through when I'm trying to research competitor accounts. This is pretty much going to be a bit of a freestyle. In essence, nothing is being planned in this lesson. So please excuse if we run into any bumps, but hopefully that will give you a full understanding and sort of raw view of how I go about doing this, because it's going to be different for everyone. All niches are going to bring back different results. So what I'm going to do in this lesson, this is one thing I have pre-planned, is let's say I'm running an Instagram account for a watch business. I want to go find competitors, so pretty much I can then use their accounts to target users through. And this will make more sense in the automation section, but it's good to do all this before you jump into that part of the course, because then you're going to have accounts that you can just start plugging in and getting through the automation stuff nice and smoothly. So what I'm going to do in sort of my head is run through different brands that I know out there. And I definitely know one good one is Movement, so MVMT. This is a big watch brand. They also do sunglasses and other accessories. But this is definitely a good place to start. And, you should roughly know in your niche what is a good business or different bit brands out there that you can sort of start off. You just need a starting base. You've got to figure that out for yourself, unfortunately. If you can't figure that out for yourself, what I would do is maybe search for a hashtag. So let's just do watches. Let's bring this back. So I would just sort of open up different hashtags like this, and then I would look at these brands. So I would try and click on here. I can see that they've tagged it, so I'll open up them, and I'll also open up just this in case it is a brand. These just look like sort of Rolexes and things. So obviously Rolex is a huge one. I'm not going to open them up, so I want more Instagram specific brands, more lifestyle-y. I believe it's going to work much better. But yeah, we'll keep that open. That's a pretty cool find. She is an actual fashion blogger, but what's great from this is we can quickly go through her photos, and I can see she is wearing a watch in different shots. So we could just go through and see if she maybe is wearing any other watches. This is, once again, I said this is all going to be raw. This is how I go through this. It does take time. But no, I'm not really seeing too much else at that end. See what this is. Belrose watches. Haven't actually heard of them, but it is another Instagram account. I'm not too big on watches, guys, so I don't actually really know much about this whole industry. As you can see, I'm not wearing anything. But yeah, this is another account we can actually go off of, which is great. And then watches for sale. Sure. I'm trying to look for sort of these images, but no, we're not going to do that. Watches for men. Just the last one to see what's about. Just trying to see if there's any lifestyle-y shots there to football players. That's not going to help. And sort of take your own initiative on this stuff as well. You'll know what's good, you'll know what's bad, but we have a pretty good starting spot here. We have 3 accounts. So this is where I would go from. So first thing first is I have found an account which I would say is a competitor. I just knew this one out of my head. So instantly I could say, cool, they have a lot of followers, which is great. That is a lot of people we can target. We have a lot of time to go through all this. It's going to take a long time, if we wanted to say follow each of these followers. So yep, that's great. It's good to always have followers. I would recommend targeting accounts with at least over 10k followers minimum. I generally try and go for accounts with at least 100k because they just have a lot more people in them. But 50k, 100k plus is great. And then what I do, this is the biggest step most people miss out on when they are doing their competitor account research, and then they will come complaining to me. I'm not getting angry or anything, but they'll come complain to me and they'll say, oh, the accounts I'm targeting really suck. This is why they suck, guys. You really have to go through here and pretty much look at who is commenting on these profiles, because these are the people you're going to be targeting. And we'll be talking about this, like I said, more in the actual automation section of the course. But essentially what we're going to do is follow these people who are commenting and actually liking this profile. So I'll come through here. I'll just open up some random people. And then what I'll do is just take a look at them. So first things first is I can tell this is a guy. He is Caucasian. So I'm thinking demographic in my head if I'm running, a watch or doing this for, once again, that watch business. Let's say if they're trying to reach an Asian demographic of females. straight away this is not ticking a box, right? But if they're saying, hey, we're reaching, you know, like guys in the USA who are sort of in their teenage to early 20s, awesome, we found one already, which is showing a good example. Next up, this guy's from LA, so he's US based as well. He looks early 20s, he's clearly adventurous, all that good stuff. So, you know, we're on the right page if we're targeting people like that. This guy is from somewhere that I don't know how to read, or I just don't know where he's from in general. He really likes football, so, you know, you're not going to get every account is not going to be perfect. That's completely fine. This guy also clearly likes watches though, which is great. Definitely into watches. Posts random pictures, lovely pictures of his family. But you know, could be a potential customer. At least he's a male. Everyone we're getting right now is male. You're gonna get private accounts. That's completely normal. But we can see just from his profile picture that he is a male as well. So we found some good ones just on this one image, right? Just one image. Get deeper, guys. Get into this stuff. Next image. Gonna open up different things straight away again. And something I didn't do on the last image, you know, let people are tagging people as well. Get these in because clearly they're interested. I'm just choosing random people all the way through this. Cool, male, great. Male, teenage, awesome. I'm not going to keep going through these because you probably get the idea, but pretty much I would just keep looking through all these things. A lot of these people are into filming as well, which is kind of cool. This guy's got a beard and lifts weights. Awesome. So yeah, pretty much if I was trying to sell watches, or the brand I was working with was trying to sell watches, I'm liking this demographic at the moment. These are definitely some big people as well actually commenting on these profiles. And what's great is, you know, if you run into these guys, save them. I have my bookmarks hidden right now, but I do have an Instagram folder, and I'll just save these into an Instagram folder if I think their, you know, profile could come in useful later. And this is someone I would save, especially for influencers, because let's say you have a product, maybe a hat. You could reach out to this guy, and I talk about this in the course, in the paid growth section, how to use influencers, but you could send them a hat and they could take a picture with it and promote it for you. But yeah, we've been through these, lots of guys, which is awesome. Everything's working great. But yeah, that's something you need to do. And then also the likes, make sure to come into the likes, see who recently liked it. You know, I'm just going to open up free here. Do your research, make sure you're targeting the right people. Like I said, it's where everyone goes wrong when they come to me and they say, oh, my sources suck, or like, you know, I'm following all these people but none of them are following back. Make sure these are going to be people who are interested in, you know, what you actually are offering, what your Instagram account is about, what your niche, you know, what niche you're actually in. But yeah, what I've done off this one, I would say obviously it's a good account to target. It's all about watches. People are going to really be liking this stuff, which is great. Let's do this one as well. Pretty much it's rinse and repeat. Unfortunately, yes, this is dead boring. It's like watching paint dry, unfortunately. But you know, this is what you do. You have to do this if you want to succeed with this course. You need to go through this process of finding stuff. Of course, there's going to be more girls on this one because it is a female-based profile. And this one's really nice. I didn't actually know about this brand. These are going to be ones I'm actually going to save into that Instagram folder after. But you know, I'm pretty much doing the same thing. I will just pick out random things on here of people who have commented. It's also really good just to point out, guys, if you do run a brand, these guys are commenting back on everyone who is commenting. You should be doing this as well. Engage with your demographic. Make sure to, you know, reply, be active, and reward people for commenting. But yeah, I would just open these up once again. Going to be lots of females. You can kind of guess it off the start. But once again, don't be lazy. Don't just come on an account and be like, oh, it's all female-based stuff and they sell watches. I'm going to use them. Because, you know, not to maybe point out the obvious what happens on Instagram, but a load of creepy guys could be commenting on this stuff saying, you know, like so sexy and stuff. And if you're targeting a load of guys who are commenting on that stuff and you're trying to sell to females, it's not going to work out, is it? So that's it. That is pretty much the whole idea of finding these accounts. And what you should be doing, like I said, is saving them. I like to copy and paste these. I'll just put them in a notepad for safekeeping. You can put them in a Google Sheets, Excel Sheets, Google Docs, wherever you want them. Just make a list of them, and it's really good to have them on a line, separate line each, because then what you're going to be able to do and find out is that in the Instagram automation section of this course, where we actually do the whole setup and settings, you'll just be able to copy and paste them all straight in, and you know they're going to be good sources off the bat. So yeah, go out there, find some competitive accounts. If you're wondering on how many to get, I recommend going out there, finding at least 20 just to start off with. And you know guys, also utilize the little drop down arrow. Come in here, check out these other accounts. We talked about this in obviously following set accounts, but this is going to open up different revenues, or different avenues, excuse me, of finding profiles, which is really cool. I'm finding a lot of awesome stuff just off this one idea. I've never actually jumped onto these before, but these are really nice profiles, really good examples as well. So yeah, use this information, go and find your Instagram competitors, and I will see you in the next lesson.